There was Oklahoma City Kevin Durant, and then there is Golden State Kevin Durant. And now, apparently, there he is. Look at the backpack. Look, Russell. Oh, that's cute. Remember that? Remember when he used to sit next to him in those press conferences?
So nice.
And now, look, it's Steph.
Yeah.
I remember that when they were sitting together. I was like, oh gosh, that's so synchronistic right there.
Well, it was by intent there.
And now, guess where he is now? India. Have you seen these photos?
Yes, I have.
He's like traveling the world in India,
Doing
picturing
drills.
pictures with the Taj Mahal. See, Kevin Durant is doing what most people do right after college, traveling the world and hoping to find themselves along the way. It can be an awkward journey sometimes. People get hurt along the way, but KD is embracing it. Here's what he told me last spring. I used to feel embarrassed because I didn't know who I was. I know where I stand in my core values, how I'm supposed to treat people, and how I'm supposed to act in certain situations. But as far as knowing me, knowing what I like and what makes me happy, I'm still trying to figure that out. That's an ongoing process. So I asked you guys who know Kevin Durant the best, which version of KD is closest to the real KD?
I would say whatever is the current version of KD is the closest to Kevin Durant because, look, this is a guy that he can go hot, he can go cold, he can go up, he can go down. So whoever Kevin Durant is in that moment, that's who he is. And that's not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. But, yeah, he certainly has evolved as a person, as a man, from who he was as a 19-year-old in Oklahoma City to who he is today, apparently in India.
No, I would agree with him to a certain extent. I think in Golden State, it allows him to be who he is, and that's just a baller. He's just a hooper. Right. The Golden State has leaders. They have captains. They have Draymond Green who can go out and say things vocally. In OKC, we saw him kind of sticking it to the media, saying that they don't know what they're talking about. He felt like he had to take on that role of being an enforcer, a vocal enforcer. Now he stands behind the scenes, and he's just able to play basketball. And I think that's where he's most comfortable at.
I think one of the things that I felt when I would cover Kevin in Oklahoma is that, like, I would cover him and he'd come through LA or we'd see him in Oklahoma and he'd ask questions. Like he was searching for something. Like he was asking questions. What's it like in LA? What's it like there? He would ask questions about people in the league. And you don't often see, like, we showed the photo of Russell Westbrook and Kevin and Steph Curry. Both those guys are married. They have children. They're like sort of grounded in their life. Kevin's out like taking fun selfies with the Taj Mahal in India. Like he's exploring the world.
What's up with that one picture right there we just missed? Having his shirt tucked in the shirt. What's going on with that?
Look, I think Kevin Durant is in his comfort zone in Golden State. I think that in Oklahoma City, and this is not to say that this is anything negative about Kevin Durant, but I think that, like Chris kind of alluded to, I don't think he was always comfortable being the complete leader of a franchise. I think Kevin is a little bit of a background guy. I think he likes to fit in more than he likes to stand out in front of everything. And the Warriors gave him that opportunity. And I think, Ramona, I think that's where he's most comfortable. And I think that's where he's found his complete confidence as a player and as a person.
What's interesting when you deal with Kevin is, like, most people feel like the superstar, right? Somebody who's as good as he is, Finals MVP, would have it all figured out. But there's a sort of restlessness to him and a searching to him that I don't know is ever going to end. I don't know if it's going to be like that when he's 40, when he's 50, because that's just kind of his personality. But when you pick up on that, sometimes people interpret that as insecurity. They interpret that as weakness. In reality, I'm kind of like that too. Like I'm somebody who I'm influenced by people, whoever's in my life. Like that is like I think Draymond Green has actually influenced Kevin Durant a lot. I feel like Steph Curry has influenced him a lot. Steve
Missouri, 2015.
A lot. And when he was in Oklahoma City, I don't know who was influencing him.
Russell Westbrook, and that obviously wasn't necessarily. I think that for Kevin, I think that he's just, like I said, I think that he's found kind of an inner confidence to himself. But I do think, like you said, Ramona, I think that he has often tried to find some motivation. He's always been an amazing basketball player, but whether it's him looking to LeBron and now saying that he's better than him or whatever it is, Kevin is always trying to find something to strive for and to go after. And some people perceive that as insecurity. I think it's just Kevin looking for motivation.
Do you think this ever changes? Do you think this whole thing with Oklahoma and Russ, do you think that ever goes away?
Yeah, eventually. Anytime soon, I would think not. I think those two still have some ill wills. They supposedly had talked and discussed things out. I don't know if that bears fruit to what we're seeing right now. But look, I think Kevin Durant is absolutely loving where he's at right now. I'm talking about the place that he's at right now, being NBA champion. I remember when we were reporting, Ramona, that he was going to take less. I actually texted him to give him a heads up. And he texted me back, he said, you know what, I like that you put NBA Finals MVP in that sentence right there. So he's definitely loving the accolades and what he's accomplished, and rightfully so.